Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. So today we are playing around with Tour De Ikoria. Now, much unlike Tour de France, there are no bikes involved in this deck, but there is a lot of cycling, and is heavily influenced by a friend of mine actually, who put a video out a couple of days ago on his channel, and it kind of gave me the idea to try out a cycling deck and see how much fun we can have with it. I'll put a link to his video down in the description below, and I'll also put an end card at the end of the video as well, so if you want to check that out, which I highly recommend you do, you can see his version of this deck as well. So I've changed it around a bit, put a few more cards in that kind of suit my play style, but for the most part, most of these cards we won't actually even use. They're just in there for their cycling abilities more than anything. So we'll have a quick look through. It won't take me too long to explain because it's pretty straightforward. So I've put Zerda the Dawn Lake in. You don't actually need this, but if you have it, you may as well put it as your companion because all the cards in your deck are pretty much going to have cycling, which is considered to be an activated ability. So you meet the requirements to have Zerda. So if you have Zerda, I would just put it in as your companion. You're going to get an extra card for free, and you can cast it whenever you want. So like it could even be used technically as like a body blocker at some point if you are against an aggro deck. That's just the way I look at it. It's just a free card. Other cards of importance are Flourishing Fox. So basically, you want to try and get the Flourishing Fox, the Drannith Healer, and a Drannith Stinger down. Yeah, that's probably the three sort of cheap, easy creatures that you want to get down. If you can get one of each, that's ideal. If you can get more down, even better. Flourishing Fox, each time you cycle a card, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Each time you cycle, when you have a Drannith Healer out, you get 1 life. And each time you cycle a card with a Drannith Stinger out on the field, you get 1 damage to your opponent. So in an ideal situation, basically what you want to try and do is get one of these down before you even start cycling. And then you just cycle cards the rest of the game. So as you're cycling the cards, this thing's getting stronger, so it's more likely each round you're going to be able to actually probably attack or defend with it a bit more, because at 1/1 you can't really do too much. This is just going to give you health, which is helpful against aggro, and this is going to do damage. Now, it's only 1 damage at a time, but that little chip damage does add up, and we have one card in particular, which is the Zenith Flare. Now, this is the one that does the big KO. So, basically, when you cast a Zenith Flare, depending on how many cards you have in your graveyard with the cycle ability is dependent on how much damage you do to your opponent or creature. But why you would attack a creature, I don't know. You would just go straight for face, and then you gain that life as well. So basically, in a perfect situation, you'll have 1 Flourishing Fox, 1 Drannith Healer, and 1 Drannith Stinger down, and then you're just going to cycle every card you get after that until you can get as close. I think when you get to around about the 10 card mark, you could probably start casting these, because you're going to do essentially half original 20 health damage, and you're going to get 10 health back. Now, if you're lucky and you have 2 or 3 of these early game, you just need to sit in them. Like, the more of these you have early in the game, the more crazy you can go with your cycling. You could even cycle these. You may not even want to use these as like creatures. You can just dump them. So that's pretty much all we're going for. There are cards in here that we can use as well. So like this one here, we can use it to destroy an artifact or deal damage to a flying creature if it's got an annoying flying creature. We don't actually have to cycle it. And we've got Neutralize, so we could counter a spell if we had the mana available and we wanted to keep this. So technically, we could keep our mana free if we can cast this card, and then if we don't need to cast the card on our opponent's turn, then before they end their turn, then we can cycle it, and then we're not wasting any mana. So yeah, that's pretty much the theory behind it. There are other cards in here that we could use. The only other one I would probably mention is Shark Typhoon. Is a handy one because the cycling has an X value, so even though it'll only count as one cycle, if you have, say, 6 lands and you cast the Shark Typhoon, cycling costs for the full 6, so you'd pay your 1 blue, your 1 colorless, and you have 4 left. You're going to do 1 cycle, but you're also going to get a flying 4/4 creature, so that's quite handy as well. So I put a couple of them in there. I've used it a few times. It worked out pretty well. Other things too of note would be, obviously we've just got our standard lands, but I've got a lot of these triomes, which also have cycling. Now, they have a cycling cost of 3, but if you have Zerda out, it reduces it by 2, so it'll only cost 1. So that's the other benefit of having Zerda, and I think there's a few other cycling cost cards, like this one's got a cycling cost of 2, it will become 1. But most of these all have cycling 1, just because we wanted to have maximum use of our lands. So that is pretty much it. I've played about 4 or 5 games and won, I think, 75% of the games. So it's not really enough to kind of really determine how effective the deck will be, but I'm pretty confident that we'll have some pretty interesting games today. So let's go and jump into some games and see how we go. Okay, well, we got to drown a Stinger, but we don't have any red land. You generally want to try and go for have a red or a white, because most of the cards, the creatures, are red and white. So we'll mulligan this. Okay, we've got white and we got a Flashing Fox, so that's okay. We'll just dump probably that one there. We probably won't use that one just yet anyway. So we'll get rid of him. And then we'll put out our white land and our Flourishing Fox. Don't forget to change the color of our little cub, because the Nightmare Cub is the best cub. Okay. So... I'm going to cycle this. Sometimes they're handy to put on here. There's a few of them in the deck, so as you can see, we've got one there already. I don't want to pump it too hard, because having the fact that he's playing black, he's probably going to have a lot of spells that destroy creatures, and I just don't want to waste. Oh, I guess it's not really wasting. We've got a Zenith Flare here, so we'll just see what he does. We can cycle this at any point. It's kind of like an instant in that sense when you're cycling, so... See what I mean? That would have just... Well, even if we do that now, it's not going to do anything, so it's just a waste. We may as well just cycle this now. So we make the most of our mana. Okay. I'm not going to play that yet. I'm just going to sit on this and see what he does. We've got our neutralize here, so we can count. If he puts a creature out, we can just counter it. If it's... See, we don't want him to get that, so we'll... Oh, we'll just do that. Oh, we don't have the right mana. I'm an idiot. I can't count. We'll just leave it then. Can we... How much does it cost? It's 3. Oh, we can't even use that. Okay, that's fine. Attack. Okay, so let's just cycle some more. Yeah, we'll cycle that. Just try and basically optimize our land usage here more than anything. Okay. So the good thing too with the Zenith Flare is it keeps a tally, like that 5. I can't actually point to it. You know what I mean? That 5, it actually indicates how many cards you have in your graveyard that actually utilize the cycling ability. So you see now it says 6. Well, I think what I might do is put this out as a blocker. Stop him from attacking. See, we don't want him to get too much over 20. So he's not going to attack with that now. Okay. So we got 2 of these. So we want to try and get more than 10 if we can. So we're just going to end turn. And then if we can neutralize this time now. We've got the right mana. If he puts down a really big creature that we don't want, we'll just use that as opposed to cycling, because that is a cycling 2. Oh, well, technically it'd be 1 now because we have Zoda out as well. So let's see what he does. Yeah, we're not going to block that. We'll keep that. Yeah, we do not want that. We do not want that. Definitely do not want that. That card is bad for us. Very, very bad. Okay. We can't really do anything now. Okay, just keep going. Alright. Now, 7. See, we could... I'm thinking we put this one out. And then just... Let's attack. Let's attack with this. Worst case scenario, he blocks it. We just need to get the health down a little bit more so we can optimize these Zenith Flares. Just he's had a little bit too much health. So if he doesn't put a creature down. Okay, that's fine. That's even better. He's lost life. Can't attack that. We're not going to block. We're going to wear it down a little bit. Okay. This is a cycle. And we'll do 1 damage as well. Now we can do... Okay, we need to keep a red and a white. So if we tap a blue, cycle it for blue. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this right on his head. Smack him in the face and not attack. And provided he doesn't get 4 health, we should be able to kill him next turn. Ooh, that's clever. Ooh, spicy. 2, 5, 7, 8. I can't count. That's actually 7. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay. So if we cycle this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, I'm guessing. Okay, 0. Okay. And then do this again. We'll play that as well. And no attack. I don't know why he's saying good game. I mean, it is a good game, I guess. Does he think he's won? I don't realize what's going on. He needs to do 12 damage. 3, 5, 7, 9. No blocks. Does he get it? We could actually still beat him here. Why do we keep getting these? Oh, here we go. Ah. Oh, you're kidding me. We were so close. We were so close. The cycle train is over. Nearly had him. Ah, very well, very well played. But you can see, like, it is quite effective little deck archetype here. Okay, so we can start off with the Flourishing Fox, so that's fine. Get the cycling going, which is good. Nope, nearly cycled in by mistake. He's looking at my Zerda. What are you doing looking at my Zerda? Get your hands off my fox. Okay. Let's see what colours we're playing against. White. Okay. That's good. I'll put a red out just in case we get a Tyrannus. Let's just cycle this. Oh, I'll put another one of these out. Why not? Oh, we don't have... an idiot. Can we... Oh, we'll cycle this then. Now, in a lot of instances, you probably want to try and spend maybe the first 2-3 turns not actually cycling anything, particularly if you've got like several creatures that utilize the cycling. We'll just cycle this, it's fine. Just because you want to try and maximize all the benefits of all the abilities as well, so there's another reason for it too. Okay, so let's cycle this for 2. Oh, that was beautiful. I will attack him, see if he defends. Okay. It does double strike, so he could have something like Karamaktra's Blessing. Or Tactical Advantage. So. Fair call, fair call. It's better for him to use those early on in the piece rather than later on. Okay, so now we've got this. We'll put that one actually out. Play that. And we'll probably just cycle this one. Okay, we've got 2 Zenith Flares now with 6. So we you want to try and get rid of this Angel, because this Angel's going to be annoying. Particularly if he gets over 25 health, because then 4-4. Okay. He has ideas for that Angel. Obviously he thinks he can get some health, which we need to stop him from doing that. So currently our hand... Oh, that's juicy. Okay, we'll play that. Let's stop him from getting anywhere near the health that he wants. He's gonna have to block this now, surely. Oh, okay. That's I probably would have used the 2 spirits, but fair enough. So provided he doesn't actually gain any health, we could probably kill him in 2 more goes. Or if we get lucky enough. Oh. Well, the game really wants us to play Zenith Flares, so I guess we'll just keep doing... and we won't attack. Okay, so we got 6 damage up our sleeve. He's looking through our deck. Oh, how many has he got? He's used 2 of them. I've got 2 more though, buddy. 2 more. Okay, so we still can't gain life yet, which is good. He can't attack with that this turn. So he's pretty much screwed. So we've won this, I think. That's a good game him now. No blocks. Let's just do it. That's how it's done, buddy. Okay, well we can get Dryneth Healer out turn 2, and we've got a Xenoflare in hand. So this is a pretty decent hand. I like this hand. It's a good start. And even better that he put down a land that he can't use straight away, so not much of a disadvantage. He has Simic here. I don't know if he's actually playing a Simic deck though. Let's play the red land and put the healer out. Alright, so let's put the triome out. And I think we would just... That's a 2. That's a 2. I'll go for the 1. It's another 1. And then attack. So I think it's probably beneficial for us to put the island down next. Chunky boy. Okay. Yeah, put that down. How much does this cost for? That's 2. That's 2. That's 2. Thinking you play another healer. And then just cycle. Get 2 life. No attacks, clearly.
Elemental cat dinosaurs? I love Ikoria.
This is a problem. We need to act really quickly.
Every day is a new mutation.
Yeah, we need to act quick. Yeah, we won't block at this stage. Okay, let's cycle. Okay, hang on, what did that do? What did I do? I wanted to cycle. Auto tap solution has changed. What? Okay. I don't know what that means, but sure. So that. See, this is making up for the health we lost from this big Sunder Shaman. So that's okay. Getting a life back. Ooh, I think because we have 2 Xenoflares, we're kind of at the point now where we can just cycle these and actually use them. And we will not attack. So we got that extra life to help sustain us a little bit here. Provided he doesn't put anything too big down.
The arc bow is quite powerful.
Oh, like that?
I hope things get out of hand.
Ah, jeez. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, we won't block. We're going to have to do some serious blocking this next turn. Okay. Cycle. We could probably do this one more time. Now we should still be able to play a Zenith Flare. Okay, so we'll play... It's going to do 9 damage to face. And we will not attack. So he's got no life gain on his creatures either. So we just have to be smart here with what we're blocking. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I defy gods, defy the ocean surges, life thrives.
Yuck. 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 So it's got trample. So we'll probably block this Gargos if he attacks with it. And then I think we'll just block. It's going to die anyway, so we may as well block against this one here, because it's going to do the same damage as that. Okay. So we pretty much need to win right now. Is that a 1? That's a 2. Okay. I think we should be okay with that. Okay, we've won. Let's hit him with the good game. And go, oops, because we're toxic. Oh, that's so evil. That's so evil. Oh, shit. Okay, so yeah, that was quite interesting. Those Zenith Flares are they're just, yeah, you just don't see them coming at all. So yeah, it's a fun little deck. Like, it's got a lot of potential. I could even possibly see you utilizing this in a ranked scenario. I don't know how high up you'd get, but I'm pretty sure you could get easy gold. The only problem I think that you would face, though, would be mono red aggro. I think any aggro deck, actually, not just mono red, mostly mono red, but any aggro deck is definitely a big threat to this deck, because you kind of have to play that long game and then kind of, I don't know, mathematically work out whether or not the payoff for taking the life loss to get the extra cycle cards, to get the Zenith Flares, to do more damage is worth it. It's very situational. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it, which is really cool. I will leave a link to the Ether Hub deck listing down in the description below as well. And I'll also pop up my untapped GG statistics as well. Hopefully this time I remember to put them on the screen now. I didn't do it last video, but I did put them up on my Instagram, which leads me to remind you all to follow me on my Instagram, which is in my little socials down here at SkeletDaveMTG. Only forgot what my handle was then. Yeah, so yeah, follow me on Instagram. When I upload videos, I post like thumbnail with like all my statistical data on the deck and all that kind of stuff. So if you're like into all like the stats and all that nerdy stuff on decks, then yeah, that's something that you can appreciate by looking at my lovely timeline on Instagram. But yeah, apart from that, be sure to also check out my friend's video as well. His link for his video will be in the description below and will be on the end card in a few seconds time. In saying that, I will leave the video there and I will see you all in the next video. See you guys later.